We're going to be talking about automation from one company in particular, and they are Scayl, who say they are filling the gap. Here to fill the gap on our sofa on stage here on the live demonstration theatre. Please give it up for sales manager from Scayl. Give a big PPMA Show 2024 welcome to David Martin. Come on up, David. Come on, more applause than that, people.
Thank you, David.
Walked all the way from over there to join us on the stage. Hello, mate. Good to see you. Grab a seat. How has PPMA Show 2024 been for you so far, David?
Yeah, it's been a really good sort of showing. It's been a lot better, I think, this year with the sort of machinery that we've got. We've talking to sort of bigger companies, and yeah, it's been a really good show. And
in terms of scale, there's different ways of talking about the word scale. You can look at it as size, but you can also use it as a verb to sort of scale up. And we'll talk about how you as Scayl can help companies on different stages of their scaling up journey. But in terms of Scayl's scaling up, whereabouts are you? How old are you? At what kind of stage do you assess yourselves as being in comparison to some of the absolute startups here, as well as some of the big players?
Yeah, so I think we've gone through that journey of small startup. We were selling the machines on our sister company's website, which was a tea company.
A tea company?
Yeah, tea company.
Okay.
So that's where we started, really, is we wanted to scratch our own itch and solve our own problem of packing by hand. And we just got to a point where we developed some machines, and we thought our competitors must have a similar problem. We reached out to a few tea and coffee companies, and it sort of went from there. And then as time has gone on, we've realized that we can't help them past that stage of going from hand packing to semi-automated, so we've sort of developed a further solution to help them along the journey to get to the next stage and scale up, so to speak.
Do you know what? I love that story. In my day job, I spend so much time speaking with startups. I've even been a part of a startup going back 10 or 15 or so years ago. And so many times the product from the startup comes out of something else, something bigger. Your tea company example, within that tea company you have a problem, a packing problem, so you come up with a solution for that, and all of a sudden the solution that you came up with becomes a product or a service in its own right. You have, to use your own words, scratched your itch there. And so often the thing that grows, that scales, isn't necessarily what the company or the operation started off by wanting to do. So I love stories like that. Let's talk about PPMA Show 2024 here, though. What is it that you are particularly keen to be showcasing to visitors, both in the theatre here on the show floor, and indeed on the big screens and on the line as well?
Yeah, so it's our multi-head weigher with our Doypack machine, which a lot of our customers, they're artisan, coffee roasters, that type of business. And a lot of them are using sort of pre-made bags. They're moving onto these sort of recyclable materials.
Yes.
So we need to sort of cater for their growth, which is where this machine, particularly for coffee roasters, large companies with a big throughput, is allowing them to sort of keep that artisanal feel and still automate their processes and
scale up their processes.
Exactly, that's it.
Good choice of name there. And this is the machine that you're talking about that is right behind us, right behind me on the screen right now. In fact, this is an image from your stand, isn't it?
Exactly, taken about half an hour ago, I think.
Oh, very good. Very good. Well, I tell you what, still images are one thing. A picture says 1,000 words. A video says, I don't know, 1,000,000 words. We can go live to your stand right now, where your colleague Jenny, I think, is there, and we can have a look at this product in action. Alex, can you hear us? Give us a nod on camera if you can. There we go. Fantastic. Right. So let's go through the journey here. How about that, David? What are we looking at first of all? Because I don't see the big machine that we saw a moment ago in frame here. We're looking at something else at the beginning of the line.
Of course, yeah. So this is where we started with the machines to sort of help with our tea company, tabletop solutions that we still want to cater for the whole journey for businesses. And an interesting note with these machines, we do actually offer a buyback where if within 3 years you want to scale up, we'll buy these machines back off you and put it towards the purchase of the next machine which we want to showcase. So that's our Fill 300, that's our tabletop band sealer.
Okay.
And if we move to the left in that bucket on the floor.
Oh yes, on the floor, there we go.
this is where the automation starts. So
that looks like some really funky coffee you've got there.
absolutely, yeah. So it's some beads to represent any sort of dry product, really.
Sure.
And of course, with multi-head weighers, it's such a height, such a big machine that you need to be able to fill it. So we're using a vacuum system. So if we turn on the vacuum loader, you will see the beads going up and through the pipes. So I think Jenny's just going to do that now.
There we go. Oh, wow, okay.
So we've done it for visual effect. Obviously, it just shows that we can vacuum from long distances. Often, you know, warehouses and whatever else it may be, you might have products in different areas. We can convey from pretty much anywhere in the building into the multi-head. So yeah, it's feeding down into the multi-head, obviously using each bucket to combine the weights and reach an almost perfect match for the target weight.
Okay.
And if the camera just points down slightly, it then feeds into our Doypack machine, which obviously it picks up the bags on the left as we the camera pans round to the left to the input conveyor. That's it.
There we go. Thank you, Jenny, for ably pointing and pressing buttons.
There we go. So the machine's now feeding the bags inwards as it's picking them up and then opening. So it's got a one that comes down. These are stand-up pouches. So quite often one of the troubles with our customers is that the bottoms need to be opened as well as the ziplock on the bags.
Yes.
So the machine will actually open the ziplock and push out the bottom of the bag. That's it. As it moves along to that station there, it fills it.
There we go.
There we go. So we have turned the fill-in station off. If you do want to come in along and see it, pop along to the stand and we'll turn the multi-head on so we can see it actually filling. And then it moves on to the next stage where it actually seals the bag and spits it out the end. Obviously from here, what we can do is with the output conveyor, we can do sort of more conveyors with check weighers, metal detectors. That's the type of quality control to allow you to sort of carry on the production line. And this can all be bought in stages as well, so it's all modular. This equipment can be quite expensive, so we know that as obviously you can start one stage of the process at a time, solve the bottlenecks as you go, and spread the costs as your sort of business grows.
Okay. This is great. Let's just keep the camera on there for a moment. If you're just joining us, then welcome to the live demonstration theatre here at PPMA Show 2024, where we are on the on part of our Innovations 11 track. We have David here from Scayl chatting us through this fantastic system here, which has been sucking up amazing coloured coffee beans, vacuuming them into the weigher at the top there, the multi-headed weigher, and then we're seeing the Doypack system down below, making me crave a coffee even more right now. And as we approach 11 o'clock this morning, I think that's exactly what I'm going to be doing shortly. Just tell me about this machine. I mean, is this a production model? Is this something that you've been working on? Is this already deployed to customers right now, David?
Yeah, so we've already sold a couple of these solutions, and yeah, it's ready to go. This is our first demo machine. We've also sold variations of this. We've done indexing conveyors for a large company we can't mention, but yeah, sort of lots of different solutions, not just this specific Doypack machine, but the multi-head can sort of feed into VFFS machines, indexing conveyors, various different sort of pieces. So obviously this is sort of the standout machine for the artisan market, particularly coffee roasters and other sort of smaller businesses. And
we're seeing a big growth in those as well in the UK. You know, whichever city I'm visiting for whatever reason, the number of independent coffee roasters, coffee shops that I'm seeing popping up. I mean, yeah, you know, we all love the big brands, and there are plenty of those here at the NEC where we are, of course. But those independent coffee roasters as well are enjoying a real boom time in the UK, and I'm sure across other parts of Europe at the moment. You must be seeing that.
Yes, absolutely, and it's something that we've always sort of been able to work with in terms of global coffee roasters. So I know in Australia, USA, sort of third and even fourth wave coffee is sort of on the rise. It's one of the fastest growing industries in the food sector. So it's quite a nice market. I really like my coffee. So it's a really nice market to go after. It's
Excellent stuff. And well, thank you very much indeed to Jenny and to the team back at the Scayl stand D84. If you want to go and see that in person and push some of those buttons and see it in action. What didn't we cover on the demo there? And what are the questions that over the 3 days of PPMA Show this year visitors to the show have been asking you most of all at your stand?
So obviously cost and sort of the ROI on the machine. So this sort of setup, we're at the moment selling for around £55,000 plus VAT. All prices are on our website, and on our stand we're transparent. We display them all so that customers can get an easier process through the buying journey. And in terms of speed of the machine, the multi-head itself can do up to 60 bags a minute, whereas with the Doypack that can do 15. So if it's something that you're looking at, 15 bags a minute, you're looking around sort of 900 an hour.
Good maths.
Yeah, quick maths. So it's definitely something that can scale up, and obviously for such a low cost for these businesses, it's small, relatively small footprint as well. So it allows you to sort of integrate it quite easily into your existing warehouse or small space that a lot of these companies have. And yeah, obviously helps speed up a lot from sort of going from our tabletop filling machines doing sort of 10 to 15 a minute by hand to fully automated finished bag in
do sharpen your mental pencils if you have any questions for David on what Scayl is doing on the product or on other areas around this automation piece. If you're grabbing an ice cream or if you're grabbing a seat in here, we're welcome to all of your questions. Just pop your hand up and somebody will be around with a microphone in a moment. David, just in terms of cost there and ROI you mentioned, right at the beginning you said there's a kind of, not a try and buy necessarily, but if within 3 years you decide that this is great but we want to scale it up even more, you've got a plan for them there. And I think I also noticed on the far wall there something about a 5-year guarantee. Can you chat us through some more of those options, which maybe if you're towards the beginning of your automation journey, they're things that are really going to make a difference to you from a business point of view?
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously one other thing that's really important is the support for these machines and the support for the business through their journey. Obviously we want to sell a solution that can, it's not just going to cater for now, it's also going to cater for the future, whichever stage you're at. So yeah, it allows you to then obviously invest into the machinery with the sort of confidence that, okay, I can then sort of move on to the next stage without having to invest too heavily, and also having that guarantee and support from us as a company to sort of back you and grow your company. Because we've been there ourselves through our tea company, and also we know the pain points, so we can sort of guide you through that journey and help you along the way.
Now, I mentioned earlier on that the PPMA Awards were last night, celebrating success, or rather the Automate UK Awards 2024. One of the categories in there was around customer service excellence. You were one of the nominees in that category last night, and you've been nominated in that category in the PPMA Awards before. What is it that makes your customer service stand out to be recognised by the industry, by your peers, enough for you to be a repeat finalist in customer services categories?
Yeah, so I think that we try to make sure that we obviously have easy channels for customers to contact us. So we've got WhatsApp, email, obviously a lot of these companies in factories and things like that, they just need a quick way to be able to get in touch with us. Video calls and things like that might be the best way. So we're very responsive on a multitude of different channels. And then obviously if you need on-site support, we can send out engineers straight away almost to be able to support you. Any downtime, machinery is going to have downtime no matter where it's made or the sort of quality of it. So as long as we can be there to sort of help you through that process, then it gives you confidence that your business can keep going and you're not going to miss deadlines.
You guys are based in Yorkshire, if I'm right. Was it Richmond in Yorkshire? Both you and your colleague Dale answered in stereo when I asked where you were based last night. So kind of having that local presence for UK companies as well may well be something that's important for some around here today. Any questions from the audience before we begin to wrap up? We do have a question at the back here. Abby will be around there with a microphone. Hello there, sir. Who are you and what's your question?
Hello, my name's John Neal from Multipond Limited. We did have a chat the other day, David. Yeah. On your customer service, how many engineers have you got?
So we've got one on-site engineer that works for the company, but we also use a local company that we've partnered with for the past 5 years that's got a team of sort of 5 or 6 engineers. So that's sort of our plan at the moment as we grow as a business to sort of help support our customers on their journey. So yeah, we do have to lean on sort of our local partners, but it sort of helps the local economy as well as Yeah.
Good answer. And on the question on the machine products that you can handle, are you predominantly on a dry process? Products?
Yeah, at the moment, yeah, predominantly dry ingredients, and we are looking at sort of introducing liquid fillers and things like that in the future. But yeah, at the moment, it's sort of the heavy focus on dry ingredients.
And just one last question. IP rating on the machines?
So IP65,
Right.
and we can do higher rating if required.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Excellent questions. Thank you very much indeed. Do we have any more questions from around the floor? In which case, this is where I throw over for AOB. Is there anything that we haven't covered that you would like to take a moment to share with the audience as closing words? And if people want to find out more about you, whether they're here today or watching online, where's the best place for them to engage with you further?
Yeah, of course. So stand D84, you can come over and visit us, obviously, for the last day of PPMA. Otherwise, we've got socials, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, or you can visit our website, scayl.co.uk. But yeah, we're going to be running the machine sort of across the day today, so yeah, come and see it in action. Any questions that you've got, come and let me know, and we'll be more than happy to help.
Amazing stuff. Thank you for your questions. Thank you, Jenny, and the team down the line back at the Scayl stands. And please put your hands together to give a big thank you to Dave Martin from Scayl. Thank you very much, Dave.